Hi, this is Erin Rauscher of Yes Power Yoga in Huntingburg, Indiana. And today we will be doing a gentler style flow. So it is kind of like a notch down for our power vinyasa. And I really appreciate these practices. I learned a lot from taking my time on the mat. So hopefully you do today as well. Please listen to your body. If you're working through something, definitely modify. I mean, what I'm saying is never a have to. So we're going to begin today with a reading from Meditations on the Mat. All right. And it goes as such. Perfection in an asana, or yoga pose, is achieved when the effort to perform it becomes effortless and the infinite being within is reached. That is you. This comes from the Yoga Sutras. Although Patanjali, the author of such sutras, wrote 196 sutras concerning yoga, only 3 of them pertain exclusively to the postures or asana. The first concerns the means, firm, relaxed postures. The second concerns the end, effortless oneness with what is. The sutra above speaks to the first stumbling block most of us encounter in our practice. We try too hard. Despite the fact that all of us have achieved effortless mastery in many areas of our lives, we come to yoga with cultural baggage that says we are not enough and never will be. We must improve. We must pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. We must try harder and make some progress. With effort, we think, and a little more strain, we will get more out of the posture. This mistake is believing that we can get where we're going through effort. Patanjali defines success as effortlessness, floating in the center of our postures, the center of our experience. We succeed by moving into harmony with the moment, our limbs, our breath, our awareness. Note your tendency to try too hard. Know your impulse to push past the point in which harmony is possible. Note what is keeping you from backing off and simply holding the posture at a point in which integrated experience is possible. Make effortlessness your aim. Let's begin in an effortless seated position, Sukhasana. So go ahead and have a seat on your yoga mat, please. Sitting in an easy crisscross position. And I'm going to have you start breathing in and breathing out. So let's start here, Sukhasana pose. Hands can rest. Let's begin with a body scan. I immediately find that sitting this way today, there's tightness in my outer hip, my lateral body. And when there's tightness somewhere in my body, I feel like it's a little bit harder for the breath to flow. So let's try to offer ourselves some ease on the exhale. So take a deep breath in and out. You ever notice that if there's one area that feels strained, it's harder to create more flow in the rest of the day or the rest of the life? So let's just be aware. Relax your eyes. Good. Now sitting up tall, bring like the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, like right behind your teeth. And imagine like an imaginary string pulling the crown of your head up to the sky. Your chin. So instead of it jutting forward, let's just kind of push it back like into a car seat headrest. So finding this like spinal organization or integrity in the spine. Where do your shoulder blades lie? Okay, and now start to feel like a bracing in here. Everything kind of coming together like a woven basket, like pulling the threads a little tighter, bracing everything in here, like the transverse, feeling the diaphragm, and then pulling in through that bracing, that little woven basket. Good. And this chin, this woven basket, like this is all part of our practice, like bringing this integrity into our practice. Like when things are in place, we start to have more flow in our body and least resistance. Good, bring your hands in prayer and let's begin with one powerful Om. Take a deep breath. Good, bring your right hand to the left knee. Let's get a gentle twist to the left. Same thing, like my chin even drops too much, I think, in this pose, like awareness. So pulling in, lift tall, bracing, finding that woven basket on the inhale. Exhale, turn to the other side, breathe it in, breathe it all out. Good, find like a seated cat-cow. So let's round back for a moment. I'll turn to the side. Okay, let's inhale, come forward. Like sternum forward. Exhale, round. Being aware of that chin. Couple more rounds. Good. And then coming to a tabletop position. Let's lift your right knee and open it up to the right side laterally, and let's roll it around. And then roll it in the opposite direction. Good. And then bring that knee down, lift the left, kind of roll it around. Notice, like, my right one, I could lift higher. When this one's a little popping, be aware, like, what's going on in the body today. It's like when we take our time, we can fully see. I love a vigorous power flow, but sometimes it's really nice to just, take it down and see what's happening, reevaluate. Hands under shoulders. I got my knees under hips, lifting to down dog. We're going to start some sun salutes. Good. Lift up. Like push through the hands. Your arms are above your head, so like you're elevating the scapula. There's a rotation of the scapula. Good. Feet to hands. Half lift. Let's find airplane wings. Once again, like the back of the head pushes back. And forward fold. Or reach up to the sky. Fold to the ground. Half. Good. Plank, high to low, taking time. Find push, chaturanga or to the belly. Upward dog, downward dog. Inhale, exhale. Effortless breath in. Good. Feet to hands. Half. Airplane. Fire the fingertips. Forward fold. Rise up. Fold down. Half. Plank. Lower. Up. And then down. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your right foot forward. Crescent lunge. Drop the left knee for just a moment. Okay? I want you to bring your left hand forward. Right hand back, like in the standing twist. If you want to lift that left quad back up, you can. Push through the ground. Good. Take your right hand, bring it to your left thigh, right behind you. Exalted warrior. Reach up through the left hand. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Long stretch. Feel it here through the front body. Good. Take another. Good. Now from here, bring your right hand forward and then open to warrior two. Take a deep breath. Push into the ground. Finding that spinal integrity, chin in. Find that bracing of the core. Good, take a breath. Push into the ground, flip the right hand, reverse peaceful warrior. And I'm not trying to look and shove my weight back. So I can tell here there's some lack of integrity in my spine. It's just compassion to yourself when that happens. So find length here. Length. Mine's gonna look different than yours, and it should, 3 big breaths. Good, effortless. Flow your way to the mat. High to low. Up dog. Down dog. Good. Let's breathe. Left foot comes forward. Crescent, lunge, Anjane. Remember dropping the knee. Up to you. We're getting some reach here. I got my right hand forward. Left hand back. So where are you distributing the weight? Is it here? Or is there over excessive lordosis here where in the lower lumbar? Pull in, find that bracing, right? Find the bracing of your core. Here we are. Okay, good. I'm gonna take my left hand to that right outer hip or wherever you reach. Exalted warrior. Reach up through the right hand. Find your ground, press into the ground. Rooted, but yet effortless, right? Effort and ease, Sukha and Sthira. Good. Now from here, I'm gonna take a deep breath. Bring my left hand forward. Open to warrior two. Seal your right heel down. We breathe in. Calm the mind with the breath. I'm going to find my left hand. Bring it up to the sky. Exalted warrior. Remember, I'm looking for length. I'm what's happening? Where's your shoulder blade? Versus palm this way or this way. Get curious. Where you get more open in the chest. Good. Super strong right leg. You can feel your muscles grip to bone. One more breath. And then we flow high to low. Get right. Knees down if you wish. Chaturanga. Back muscles. Kick on. Use them. Retract the back. And then up dog. Push into your hands. Hands are down. Scapula down. And then down dog. Hips lift up and back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good work. In and out. Feet to hands. Half. Fold. Chair. Bring your hands out to the side today. Cactus arms. Good. So from here, find that pulling and that bracing of the core. Take a deep breath. Exhale, elbows squeeze together. Okay, so let's do a couple rounds of that. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's see if we can add Right foot, left foot. Inhale, exhale. Just working in the different planes of the body. Good, a couple more rounds. Get the brain thinking today, right? Moving side to side. Stay in prayer. Sink just a little. We'll twist to the right. Now, I'm not gonna try to like pull my chin up and retract. That gets me out of my, you can see, I'm out of a spinal alignment. Pulling in just like in seated. So you can stay here. We can even bring our hands behind our head to help us find that length. To twist, finding that rotation wherever it is for you. Breathe in, find that bracing. Breathe it out. Toes together, knees together. We take another breath. Peace fingers around your big toes. Peace finger grip. I'm gonna pull my chin in, let my head drop. Oh, effort and ease, let it be today. Good, it's like the upper body, I can find some pull, and lower body, or maybe you kind of drape yourself, like whatever gives you that combination of some effort and ease. Good. We're going to move into a seated Malasana squat. You can come down to the ground. You can come up here if that feels better to knees and ankles. Be here for just a little bit. Chin in. Deep breath. Does it feel good just to pause a moment? Allow yourself to pause. Good. Bring your hands down. Lift your hips, feel that release in those hip flexors. Bring your toes to touch. I'm going to have you move into your half lift. So I'm pulling in through the core. This is my half lift today. I'm trying to find my airplane wings. And then I'm going to fold down again. Bend in the knees. Bend. Chair. Breath. Prayer, or hands behind the head if you want to. Yeah, right? And I'm going to rotate to the left. Push the head back. Brace the core, find your core, breathe in, breathe out, right? Options, inhale, and exhale. I'm not worried about how deep I'm going today. I'm trying to find that length, like I'm not trying to cram or force, just like the reading. Like let's find where it's like enough, Thumbs to sternum or in front of sternum. Good. How about another big inhale? And come to your forward fold. So I was just showing you from that side. You're going to scoop your hands under. Feet a little wider than hips for the gorilla. Lift your sitting bones. I've still got my core braced. Just let it be today. Let it. It is. Like, is putting force on it going to really change anything right now? Or trying to control it going to really change? Can you just be in it for a moment? Good work. Bring your toes together. Half. Brace. Ribs in. Brace. Squeeze. And then I'll have you come all the way up. All right. Moving into a standing sequence. From here, reach your arms up overhead. Hands down alongside the body. Good. Bring your left hand to hip. You're gonna lift your right knee. Foot is flexed. Stand tall. So here versus here. Everything adducts towards the center of the body. I'm going to stay here for a moment. Lifting tall. You can always use a wall to the left side if you need to. I really feel my left, like glute medius, I think, my lateral side really kicking on. Inner thighs are active. Like, what do you feel? What do you feel when you breathe? When you take time to breathe? From here, we're gonna open to the right. I got my right foot flexed. It's active. My leg's not here, really down low, or if I have it, I'm not up high. Hips level as they can be. Okay, so you can grab the foot or the knee. Then maybe that left hand comes up. And you find your mudra to the left side. I think today I'm going to look forward and up. Chin in, brace the core. Just see how much longer you can hold, but ease with it. Very nice. Come to center. Hands to hips. Bend the right knee. Stand tall. Lower down. Feels nice to get out of that left hip for a little bit. The musculature there. So here we go. Inhale. Reach up to the sky. Hands come in prayer. Relax. Right hand to hip. Okay. Right hand to hip. And then we're going to grab the left knee. Activate. So we're going to pull that left hip back. Flex. Good. Stand tall through the crown. Find your focus. And how about that right glute? How is that doing? So push down through the ground. And with your eyes, find a very soft focus. Soft eyes equals soft mind. So you can just be aware of how you're looking. We will begin to open to the left. Remember, you can grab your toe if you want to. Taking the right hand off the right hip. Try not to collapse to the right side. See how that threw me off center? Yeah, so standing tall, finding your center. Finding your center even though you're pulled in different directions. You'll still be able to stand. Couple more rounds of breath. Good. Let's come to center. I'm going to bend my knee. Both hands on hip. Flex the foot. Pull in through the core. Brace. Brace that little basket. So my fingers are the threads. Pull. And lower. Going to shake out the legs. Move to tree. So we're going to open the right knee. Kickstand to the ankle. To the calf. Maybe the inner thigh. Or another variation that you enjoy. I think when you get back into the breathing, you can find what you enjoy again. Use the breath as a time for discovery. If you get wobbly, use a wall. Or if you get wobbly, allow yourself to fall. And find when you fall, what is it that you need to stabilize? So for me, it's my inner thigh, coming back to center, rooting down, pull into chin. Let's breathe 5 breaths. reach up towards the sun, reach up towards the light, like a plant, grow toward the light. You are very much the same way, you know, you want to grow toward the light. Come down. Other side, please. Right foot down, bring your left leg up, finding the way it works for you. So humerus bones, like somebody took them and brought them back. Hands in prayer. We're up to the sky. What is something that makes you smile? I bet you that thing that might make you smile right now maybe required minimal effort. It just was. It's something that's already here. It's something that's already around you. Maybe you're looking at something too intensely, something that you're striving for, but if you really sit back and look at it, you already have it. Once we lose the rigidity of something, it's like your yoga practice. When we start to work too hard, why don't you sit back and realize, like, what's working? You already have it, right? Sit back for a moment. Three more. Good. And release that. Come into a wide-legged fold. Maybe you bring your hands behind your back, prayer, namaste, or you can clasp the hands or use a prop. We'll fold down into a wide-legged Prasarita. Lift your hips. Let your head be loose and free. Let the breath help guide you, get you connected. Let's come up. All right, we'll pivot our 10 toes. Keep your arms as such, or if you want to find a different way, that's great. I'm going to turn both feet to face the top of my mat. Namaste over the right leg, pyramid stretch. Trying to find integrity in the spine, brace the core. Good. Push into the ground. I'm going to come up, pivot to the back of my mat. Hips squared forward. You can widen the base, keep your right heel down. Lift, pull in, brace. So here I'm not braced. Here I'm pulling in the core. So you can probably notice the difference in my hip placement and where my low back is. Pull it, right? Finding length. Oh, yeah, it gets wobbly. Find one little focal point on the ground. I have to bend my left knee just a little bit of that watery flow in the knee keeps me some stability. Listen to your own breathing. One more time. Come up. So you might be facing the back of your mat. Doesn't really matter. We're going to reach up. Feel that release in the arms. Mountain. Forward fold. Good. Bend your knees. I'm going to have you come down to the ground. Some bridge work. So feet are about hip width, a little wider. And same thing. My chin might be up here. I'm going to have you pull it in. Push the back of your head into the ground. Knit your ribs, brace the core, lift up. All right, so hands can be alongside the body, roll under. Here, it's not about like, right now, it's just like, where does it feel good for you? Like, where do you feel aligned? And you can work with that, you know? Sometimes I even realize like one shoulder's up higher than the other. Notice what's happening for you. So good to breathe. Push into the ground. It's going to be a long hold, so if you need to come down, you can. We're going to keep on going here. We have about 8 to 10 more breaths in this pose. Push into the ground. Yes, the glutes are working. They're like posterior, right? So lift up. They're in this position to lift and move you. Good, and let's come down. Oh, nice job. So grab behind your legs, and I want you to rock back and forth, okay? Rock. Maybe you take a pit stop and boat for a moment. Rock, back up. Let's try it again. And then stay in your boat posture. So arms out in front of you and kind of get this opening back, right? Palms up just a little. Open your chest. Push into your feet or lift one leg or both. Today, I think my hip flexors are a little tight, so I'm just going to stay right here. You can reach your arms up a little higher. Find the bracing. Find the chin. There's goodness on its way. There really is. See the good. Breathe in. Breathe out. I think it's really hard to see the good when there's a lot of like strain, right? A lot of force. Like we need a combination of both. So like I love these compassionate, like let's take it down a notch. Let's really investigate. Like, oh, okay, self-awareness and compassion. Those are the Yoga Sutras. Be aware of the breath. One more. And let's come up into butterfly pose. Starting to move into some hip openings. So bring the soles of your feet to touch. And then drop your knees out to the side. Lift your chest. And then let's fold down. So for me today, I mentioned earlier, like I felt my outer hips. I was outside a lot, walking around, just enjoying the day. So like sometimes when we feel something, we might label it like, ooh, that's bad. Ooh, what's that? No, it's I used it. I used those muscles. I'm thankful for them, and now I'm gonna give them a little love. Beautiful, beautiful breathing. Let's come up. We're going to move into like that fire log position. If you have a block or pillow, like I could grab this pillow behind me on this rocking chair and I can place it underneath my right knee if I want to. I'm going to see how it feels today. So I'm going to flex my feet. I've been enjoying this spring weather. I've been getting out and jogging and biking with my kids, and my hips are feeling that. I've been using them a little bit more. So I'm going to stay here. I got this right foot on top of my left knee. If you want to back up a little bit, you can. And I got this external rotation in my right and left, like right where that femur bone comes in. Just kind of visualize like that external rotation. So flex your feet to keep the hips and ankle joints in a nice safe position. I'm going to lift up my heart, reach my arms up, come forward, and then come down where you think, oh yeah, I think I can feel something here. And then just investigate where you can give some ease. Not trying to force the pose, just on the exhale, watch the musculature, the ligaments, the fascia, all of the things that are in visualize it softening a little, unraveling, more flow. Breathe in. Breathe out. They say we store our emotions in the hip. Kind of empty it out, creating space. Listen to your breath move in. Good. Let's do one more breath. And then gently walk yourself back. Gosh, that felt so good. All right, let's see what the other side has to say. So I'm going to bring my right shin down, my left Vipada Raja Konasana, double pigeon. This side's different, and it probably will be for you, you know? So, yeah, so like bringing awareness. I'm going to take some time. I'm going to find my feet flexed. This one, it's tighter, so I'm going to back off a little, right? Instead of forcing forward or pushing or thinking what I think it should look like, I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen. So find what you need. Maybe there's a prop. Maybe you need to keep one leg straight and one bend. That's totally fine. Let's reach up, lengthen. And I'm going to come forward and down. We have about 10 breaths in. Try to soften, visualize what's happening in your body here. That's breath 2. See if you can soften a little more on this next exhale. Maybe it's not the hips. Maybe you start to realize if I let my shoulders go, it's an effect, right? It's like the whole body. It's not just the hips. Keep listening to your breath. I have a couple more here. And then let's come up. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to have you extend your legs forward. So however that might look, I know we've kind of moved in different directions. I'm going to have you open up your chest. So can you bring your hands behind you as such? Maybe a little bend of the elbow. Chin in. Point your toes. Breath in. And out. Good job. All right, let's come onto our backs. For leg elevation, I'm going to do waterfall. So if you want to bring your hands under your hips or use a pillow or block or blanket under your hips, palms up, roll the shoulders under. Let's kind of let the head fall into the ground. Maybe shake it left and right. Relax your face. Shoulder stand, classical headstand. If it's part of your practice, take it, but right now it feels really good just to feel my spine, find the natural curvature of the spine. I mean, obviously the part where my neck, there's going to be space from the neck and the floor. And then if I go down to thoracic, it's more compact in there and flat. And then I start to move down to the lower lumbar. There's a little bit of a lift. With my legs up, it's a little bit more down, but like, what's happening for you? I'm feeling like one shoulder is still a little higher than the other, so I'm going to bring some awareness to how my body lays, because that's going to affect my high to low push-up. That's going to affect my back bend, my wheel. So trying to find what's happening. Like, go to the root cause of something. Right? It's not the chaturanga. It's like what's really happening. It shows up everywhere. Relax the area between the eyebrow. Feel the lungs rise on the inhale. I'm going to start to lower my legs, and then windshield wiper my knees side to side. Just getting a little stretch before I prepare myself to lay down in my Shavasana, my final rest. So breathe in. And out. Offer yourself ease in this pose. And offer like compassion. You know, sometimes we're just unaware, and it takes awareness to bring growth, to bring ease even. Like to even realize you're pushing too hard. It takes a moment of like reflection. So in this restful position, let's find ease. I'm going to go ahead and bring myself up to seated. But please, by all means, stay a little longer. You know, practice ease. So you can continue laying down. I'm just going to coach you through a seated position. Since it's just me, if I had the students, I would totally just say, lay, be still, lay there. If I had someone modeling the practice, they would still be laying. Gentle, be like aware, like notice the why. Like if you caught yourself saying, why is this always happening? Like notice like the root to that, and then you can create a different path. Is everything going to be effortless and easy? No, it's not. But the way perhaps you view things can change. The way you see things. And it's a constant practice for me. I err daily. And I'm aware of that. So I practice compassion with myself. It helps me find compassion in others. And I appreciate you all for being perfectly imperfect and just as you are. Not trying to be or forcing or contorting into something you're not. Be who you are. And I love you for that. So let's end our practice, this loving, compassionate practice today with an Om. So if you're still laying, still lay. If you're in seated, join me. Hands in Namaste, the Surya Namaskara. Thankful gratitude. Let's end it with an Om. Deep inhale. Om. thumb knuckles between the eyebrows, the Ajna chakra. Sorry. Yeah, like right between the brow. Your vision center. Like what you project, what do you see, you create. Let's create kindness, compassion. We bow forward and say namaste. Thank you all so much.